The Hunter Biden laptop scandal is continuing to heat up, with Republicans still calling for a proper investigation into the president's son. Congressman Ronny Jackson, who is the former physician to President Obama and President Trump, tweeted this. He said, "It's really astonishing how this White House won't comment on Hunter's laptop because he's a private citizen, but they didn't hesitate for a second to demonize private citizens like Joe Rogan for saying things they didn't like. Hunter's laptop is the cover-up of the century." That's because when a reporter probed Press Secretary Jen Psaki on Hunter Biden last week, she refused to comment because Hunter doesn't work for the United States.
And if I may, you asked about Hunter Biden's laptop. You also, in October 2020, dismissed it as Russian disinformation. Do you stand by that assessment?
Again, I'd point you to the Department of Justice and Hunter Biden's representatives. I'm a spokesperson for the United States. He doesn't work for the United States. Go ahead. Go ahead and, okay, we'll do the last one here.
Congressman Jackson thinks that's unfair for the White House to refuse to acknowledge the scandal because Hunter is a private citizen, but it chooses to urge Spotify to take further action against Joe Rogan over misinformation.
Last week, the Surgeon General also was asked on MSNBC about Joe Rogan's vaccine comments on Spotify, and he said that tech companies have an important role to play in stopping misinformation because they are the predominant places where misinformation spreads. Spotify is putting out advisory warnings on episodes that have to do with COVID-19. Does the White House and the administration think that this is a satisfactory step, or do you think that companies like Spotify should go further than just putting a label on there to say, hey, go do your own, check this out. There's more research you can look at, scientific research regarding COVID.
Sure. Well, last July, you probably know, but the Surgeon General also took the unprecedented step to issue an advisory on the risk of misinformation in public health, which is a very significant step. And amid that, he talked about the role social media platforms have. So our hope is that all major tech platforms and all major news sources, for that matter, be responsible and be vigilant to ensure the American people have access to accurate information on something as significant as COVID-19. That certainly includes Spotify. So this disclaimer, it's a positive step, but we want every platform to continue doing more to call out mis and disinformation while also uplifting accurate information.
It comes after the New York Times confirmed emails found on Hunter Biden's discarded laptop were authentic. The president's son's laptop has been a source of speculation since the story was first reported in late 2020. Mere weeks before the 2020 election, the New York Post published an article about a laptop discarded at a computer repair shop in Wilmington, Delaware. On this laptop were emails that seemed to confirm the president's second son was the recipient of gifts from foreign interests in Ukraine and China. The story was a significant development in the lead up to the election, but it was censored by big tech companies. Twitter shut down the New York Post account for 16 days and locked users who tried to share the newspaper's story. The social media giants said they needed to take such measures in order to have the time to fact-check the story. The media and the intelligence community also dismissed the New York Post laptop story at the time of the publication. According to the New York Times, the US Justice Department is examining whether the 52-year-old violated laws relating to money laundering and foreign lobbying. There's been conversations around why the New York Times decided to verify these emails now, a question Fox News' Jesse Waters asked Dan Bongino.
Well, there's a number of theories out there about this. I saw a piece by Holman Jenkins in the Wall Street Journal yesterday, suggesting it may be due to the seriousness of the Russia crisis, and these newspapers are trying to get back their credibility, given, we could, God forbid, be on the verge of World War III here. Persuasive argument, but candidly, Jesse, I don't buy it. I think the New York Times knows it's going to be embarrassed. It knows it was part of the biggest political cover-up before an election in an effort to manipulate an election in American history by hiding information about a massive corruption scandal. And I think it doesn't have a choice because I think there's going to be an indictment. And they realize, Jesse, it's one thing to hide a story that appeared in the New York Post, no matter how verified it was, and it was verified, but it's a whole other thing to pretend court documents are fake and potential arrests and indictments later are fake. You just can't do that and simultaneously claim with a straight face you're a journalism entity anymore. I don't give them any credit at all.